Hey.
Hi. We're back.
Here to do Top 5 Wednesday.
Top 5. 5.
Yay.
Yay.
10.
Top 5. Top 5.
And this is top 5 books we would like to see turned into movies.
Yes. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and go first. Okay, so I'm going to start with my 5th one, which is Icebound by Dean Koontz. I read that several years ago. It's been a while. It's been 7 years at least. But reading it, I thought, oh, this should be a movie. Very suspenseful, like all of his books. Very, very good. And then 4, I chose Enemy Women by Paulette Giles. Now, this is set during the Civil War in Missouri. And the girl, she's 18 years old. Her name is Adair. I love that name. And basically, her family is forced to flee, and she ends up in a prison camp, separated from her family, and she falls in love with the warden. It's a very, very good book. And reading that one, too, I was like, oh, this needs to be a movie. And then, my 3rd one, I decided would be Bone Shaker by Sherry Priest. Really good book. Steampunk, zombies,
Good time.
good times. It takes place during, this one is also the Civil War. It's kind of like an alternate universe because the Civil War has gone on for 20 years now. And this is, it takes place in Seattle, and the main character's husband is an inventor, and he basically opens up a rift with his machine, which is called a bone shaker. I don't know why they called it bone shaker, but that's just what he named it. But something that's really cool in the book, though, is they included a map, but I think it would be a really cool movie because there's a lot of texture to it, if that makes sense. There's that one. And then I did, for my 2nd one, I did Spilling Blood by G.S. Wright, season 1, although he would have to write a little bit more for it to be a movie. But again, the world that he created is so cool, and I cannot wait for his next book. Clearly, because this one is marked 1. There's going to be more, but yes, I would definitely go see this one.
And
You
last.
guys need to read it.
Okay.
Okay, so my last one is Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, with one condition: only Tim Burton can make this film. Only Tim Burton. If it's anybody else, it's a no-go. She did such a wonderful job writing this book. I absolutely love this. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. It takes place over a span of time, like 10, 15 years maybe, I guess. But it's not in chronological order. It jumps back and forth in time. And it's kind of like an ensemble piece where you follow several different characters. You'll meet like a character, like a spark of their red hair in one chapter, and then you'll meet them back in time in another chapter. It's just really cool. The world that she created is just so awesome, and Tim Burton can totally nail it. That's my number 1.
So the 5 books that I would love to see turned into movies. The first one is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I absolutely love this book. I think the only thing that would possibly not keep it, the only thing that would keep it from possibly becoming a movie is the creatures in it would definitely have to be a little bit CG, and you could probably do a little bit of practical effects, but a lot of CG, so that's the only thing that I can see hindering that. The second book I would like to see is Cooking Up Murder by Miranda Bliss. I found this book very funny, even though there was a little bit of darkness to it. It was, I love the two characters, they're best friends, and nothing needs to be said more about that.
Looks like a cozy mystery.
It is.
That would be kind of cool if they did that, because then they could release like a cookbook.
Yeah. And then the third book that I would love to see is Anti-Goddess by Ken Dare Blake. I am big into mythology, and this book, it really touched a lot of... It was really good. That's all I can say. And by the way, she is also the author of Anna Dressed in Blood. I want to make sure I get that out there. And this is from the Goddess War Book 1. And, oh, Marie Antoinette Serial Killer by Katie Allender? That would be a wicked movie to do. I mean, you could do it all practical, and I mean, it takes place in Paris. It's beautiful. I've always wanted to go to Paris. Can I go to Paris, please?
Sure. Yeah, on your dime.
And then I would love to see probably, and I'm in the middle of it right now, Delirium. It's starting to get good, and I would love to see it. And I don't know who this one. Oh, yeah. Right up there, Lauren Oliver. Sorry. So, and I don't want to lose my spot. So, but yeah, those are my 5 movies that I would, or 5 books I would love to see in movies. 5 movies
I would like to see turned into books.
Yeah, there you go.
New okay, so the 5 books that I want to see turned into movies. I think the first one I would like to see is The Mediator by Meg Cabot. This is it's a series. There are 6 books in the series, but they're not super big, so you could condense them and not make like a crap ton of movies. It's about a girl who can see ghosts, and she moves into a new house, and her bedroom is haunted by this really hot ghost named Jessie. So, and you know, things happen, you know, cool ghost book. I think this would be a really cute movie. Next one, I think, I really like the Wicked Lovely series by Melissa Marr. I know some people don't, but I don't care. I think it's about fairies, and there's, how many books are in this series?
Is it 5? It's 5. 5.
But they're not all, well, towards the end they get kind of big. But I really like the different courts of fairies and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think there's not really any movies about fairies.
No.
And I think that should change. And it should be this one.
Yes.
And the next one, okay. This one doesn't have a dust jacket. This is False Memory by Dean Koontz. This is about a woman, she's,
Is she agoraphobic? She can't leave the house?
Yes. Yeah.
And so she leaves the house like once a week to go to therapy. But her therapist is planting things in her brain.
Oh, that is totally
like
scary.
when she's like under like hypnosis and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like it's about a few different people that are all going to the same doctor. Oh my god, I've read this book so many times. I really highly recommend it. I highly recommend any Dean Koontz book.
Yeah.
Really, you really can't go wrong. If you like creepy books, he's totally the person to read.
And I really liked The Hollow by Jessica Verde. How do you say it? This is about a girl who lives in Sleepy Hollow, New York, and she like makes perfumes and stuff. She's only in, you know, oh, what's this? She's only in high school, and her best friend dies, and she's kind of like, she's finding it hard to go on. Like, she doesn't have another friend.
Aww.
But she meets this other boy. kind of falls for him, and he's a ghost. I know I'm making it sound stupid, but it's good. It really
No,
is
you're
good.
not.
You're not making
And
it.
I
really, really like Sleepy Hollow related things.
Yeah.
And it does eventually involve some characters from Sleepy Hollow. I don't want to tell you how, because that will give away, like, the whole thing. But I really, really like this book, and I think it would make a really cute movie. Last one is another Dean Koontz book. This is, Seize the Night. This is actually the sequel. The first one is Fear Nothing, which I don't have in hardcover. I just have it in paperback. So I had this right here, so I just grabbed this one. There's only two. It's about a guy who's allergic to the sun, so he can't go out in the daytime. And, in his town, he lives in this town called Moonlight Bay, and some weird things are going on. There's, like, genetically engineered monkeys running around. And it's really good. I think you, oops. I think you could make this, probably both books, into one movie. I think it would be really good. Okay, that is the top 5 books at this moment in time that I would like to see turned into movies. It could change. It probably will change. But for now, that's